Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since I put up a video, but we got a brand new series we're starting today. So we've got a radio from a good friend of mine. His name is Mike. He's a great sax player, and he's asked me to restore it. I'm going to do that. And I've actually seen one of these radios before and always admired it, so I'm actually happy to be working on one. You'll see it in a moment. I'll show it to you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to wait. But I'm really happy to be working on this one. An update on the Egyptian T2. Actually, the cabinet, I've decided I'm going to have a very good friend of mine help me with the cabinet. So I've sent it off to John from Arkansas. John does amazing work with cabinets. So I think it'd be a great collaborative effort between him and I. So he's going to do that cabinet for me, and I'm sure it's going to come out beautiful. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this radio that I'm going to show you, and we can dive in. Be right back. Here it is, guys. It's a Philco 551, also known as the Philco Colonial. I think it was 1932. And you can see in this particular instance, the cabinet's in wonderful shape. I think someone actually refinished it. It's no way that this is original. And the reason why I know that is because there's a finial missing from the top. I'll show you a picture of what that looks like right there. But beautiful shape. Of course, it's got a clock in it. And this is where you tune the radio on the 6. And the tuning dial does spin, but it's very, very stiff, and I'll show you why in a moment. Cabinet is in wonderful shape. It's rather heavy. Let's turn it around. You can see the sides, and you can see the speakers mounted on top. Someone put in grill cloth here, so I don't know what awaits me inside the chassis, but let's take a look at it. Here's the chassis. You can see there's a lot of rest. They've got some tube shields here. These look to be copper, so we can clean that up. Tuning capacitor is a mess, for sure. That's definitely going to need to be cleaned. There's a lot of rust on it. A couple of tubes. There's our electrolytic. There's our dial. There's a dial lamp. A couple of IF cans that have about, 80 years of nicotine on them. And the thing that's unusual about this, a lot of rust here too. The thing that's unusual is the power cord comes out of here, and someone has it spliced into a couple of wires with no tape, no insulation, and it goes up here. If you can see that, let's see if we can get some light in there. Someone mounted an extension cord up there, and they've got the clock plugged into it. Okay, so we've got some work to do. But essentially, we're going to restore it. We're going to make sure that everything is safe, obviously. It's going to be a pretty fun set. A couple of facts about it. The actual chassis itself is a Philco 51. And they just called the model 551 because of the clock. And I have the service bulletin data for this model right here. And it doesn't really mention anything about the clock. It doesn't really need to. But I've got just about everything I need, including a parts list, a schematic, everything that I need. Alright? Philco is really good about that. There's my replacement parts. A couple things to remember: that Philco diagrams, schematics, are not always accurate. So we got to be careful there. So really what we're going to do is we're going to take this out of the cabinet. I'm going to do an inspection underneath. And then we're going to see what's next here. So let me get all that disconnected out of the cabinet. I'll come back and show you what's under the chassis, and then we'll end the episode, and the next one we'll start restoring it. All right, I'll be back. So we've just removed the speaker, and unfortunately it's got damage. We'll see if we can fix that. We'll do our best. Looks like the entire cone is loose. So we're going to have to get creative on there. I'm not exactly sure what kind of speaker that is. It may be a reed speaker. I don't know. I have to do some research on that. But it looks like it's pretty bad. So we're going to have to figure that part out. All right, let's keep going. All right, chassis is out. I've never seen this before on a Philco. They've got a picture of the chassis. It tells you the model 51 and 51A. Let's flip it over. The bat, this is why you never plug a radio in when you don't know where it came from. These wires are all broken. Looks like there's a field coil in there. But look at this. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Look where the transformer is. Under the chassis. Never seen one like that. If that transformer wasn't there, there'd be nothing under here. It's really, really simple. Now let's see if it's worked on. Let's see if we can figure something out here. So obviously we have the Philco blocks, capacitor blocks. They don't look like they've been restuffed. The solder looks like it's factory. Here's an old one. So I don't think this thing's been worked on electronically. I think someone just kind of did the case. Here's the electrolytic. Looks like it's still in circuit. There's actually two electrolytics. There's another one there. They appear to be in circuit. So we know they're bad, right? 1932, 1926. 94 years. Pretty good chance they're bad. All right, so that's what we're looking at here. So I'm going to start the process of getting this thing, taken care of. We're going to have to remove the tuning capacitor and clean all those fins, put it in the ultrasonic bath and clean all that 94 years of smoke and tar and nicotine off of this thing. Let's see, what do we have here? We have a 10 microfarad at 450 working volts. We'll get to that one too. All right, so that's the intro to this radio. I'll come back and give you an update on where we're going with it. But happy day to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well.